Superfood for me is a completely new way of thinking. It's a revolution in my life, and I know it's going to be one in your life. It's not just about kale and quinoa, it's about cooking smart with simple ingredients. Making the most delicious, nutritious food doesn't have to be about faddy, fashionable ingredients. You can make them from things that are around you. It's just how you put them together. To inspire you to create nutritious recipes that your family will love to eat, I'm going to take you around the world to explore some of the healthiest cuisines on the planet. Kimchi! Woo! Now you're flirting with me. Where families eat simple, healthy diets. What more do you want? Loads of family, friends, good food. And live long. I'm absolutely speechless. And active lives. From Alpine, Switzerland. Not like the lakes where I come from. I mean, I'd drink that. To the amazing flavours of South Korea. All I can tell you is it's bloody delicious. And the stunning island of Sardinia. I want to pick the plate up and hug it. So good. Inspired by what I've learned, I'm going to show you new and ingenious ways to give a superfood twist to your family's favourite dishes. From breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You're going to love it. Oh, I don't want you to eat healthy food because you have to. I want you to eat it because it's delicious. Let's take those everyday classics and make them even more nutritious and delicious. In this show, I'm off to 3 countries where superfoods are always on the menu. High up in the Swiss Alps,
you can see he loves it.
I see how milk is transformed into something surprisingly healthy.
Cheesecake.
I'm like a banker. This is my gold.
I discover a grape in Sardinia that could have remarkable health benefits.
Salute!
Chin chin! Chin chin!
And those supercharged grapes will soup up a firm family favourite, sausage and squash risotto.
Delicious. And the missus, she loves this. A lot.
Plus, I meet a fun guy farming some extra special mushrooms on the volcanic island of Jeju in South Korea.
It looks like a patchwork quilt of turtles' backs.
And I use shiitakes to put a superfood spin on a mind-blowing chicken curry.
An absolute joy to eat. This could give Thai green curry a real run for its money.
But first, before my travels, a yummy breakfast that'll have the family firing on all cylinders. I want to give you a recipe that's traditionally really naughty and indulgent, but I've pulled it back superfood styly. I'm going to give you buckwheat pancakes. These epic strawberry buckwheat pancakes with maple and rosemary glaze are crammed with protein, at least one of your 5 a day, all for just 398 calories a portion. Get yourself a liquidizer, 300 millilitres of milk. This is almond milk, and it's fortified with all the lovely vitamins, B12, vitamin D, and many, many more things. So it's healthy. We're going to go in there with some flour. Now, I'm bigging up buckwheat flour. Buckwheat's a gluten-free seed that's a source of manganese, great for bones and regulating your metabolism. Chuck in 100 grams, plus the same of rice flour. Next, a capful of vanilla extract. Delicious. Then I'm going to go in with 75 grams of almonds. So a great source of healthy fats and protein again. Then we're going to go in with 2 level teaspoons of baking powder. That's going to give you the fluff and the lift. And we like that, it's nice texture. So I'm going to put in 1 whole banana. So it's super good for you, just break that up. The banana's going to give it a natural sweetness, and it's going to allow it to sort of glaze and go golden in a gorgeous way. And then just whiz it up. Super, super simple. Go for really ripe bananas, as they're sweeter and easier to digest. It's a really nice thick batter. It's going to give you a fat, fluffy pancake. Heat a teaspoon of olive oil and dollop in 3 heaped tablespoons of batter per pancake. While that first half of the pancake's cooking and going nice and golden, you've got an opportunity to flavour it. What I'm going to do is just do a strawberry pancake. It's beautiful. Just scatter or place the strawberries in and around the batter and just push it in. The batter will surround it and protect it. So look, when the bubbles come up round here and when you can tell that the batter is kind of semi-set, we can have a little nose underneath. And if it's looking nice and lightly golden, get your palette knife underneath. 1, 2, 3, hopefully we're lucky. Boom. There's just enough time to assemble your fruity bits while that side goes golden.
You can bulk this up with whatever fruit you want. Bananas, mixed soft fruit, apples, pears. There's no rules. 80 grams of fruit, or kind of a nice little handful, is 1 portion of your fruit and veg a day, which is great. So that's about 80 grams there, beautiful. So we let that cook for 2 minutes. It smells incredible now. It smells like when my nan used to make jam. It smells absolutely gorgeous. Right, flip time. Give it a little shake. Nice.
Next, a cheeky twist that will knock these pancakes out of the park.
Just grab some rosemary, get yourself a nice little sprig, and maybe weirdly, but an incredible flavour with fruit. And I first saw this in Italy, and since then, I get myself some nice maple syrup, which is a luxurious, gorgeous, gorgeous product. You can just put gallons and gallons and gallons of it, which is not so healthy. So I love to put the rosemary in there, and then you're using it with restraint, but adding flavour, and it's just blooming delicious.
Studies show a healthy, hearty breakfast improves brain function and focus, so it's especially important for school kids. Trust me, they'll love these.
I'm going to use some nice yoghurt. We're going to add 1, if not more, of our fruit and veg of the day. You can use whatever fruit you have available to you. Wonderful. So there you go, guys. Beautiful, jammy strawberry buckwheat pancakes. A brilliant start to the day. Give them a go. Try out the buckwheat. Nice. That is good. I love the way the fruit cooks into that pancake. So good.
Kickstart your family's superfood day with this mega breakfast. At least one of your 5 fruit and veg a day, and for only 398 calories a portion. Guaranteed to fend off hunger until lunch. Switzerland is one of the top 5 countries in the world where people live the longest. So to get inspiration for lunch, I'm off to Andia in the Swiss Alps to see why their diet is so healthy.
So look, nothing more Swiss than that, guys. The mountains, the valleys, the clean air, beautiful cows, the bells.
Studies show that the Swiss have some of the lowest cases of coronary heart disease, yet they eat twice as much cheese as the UK. It's called the Swiss Alpine paradox. So what are they doing differently? I'm meeting cheesemaker Flo and organic dairy farmer Benedict to get the lowdown.
Jamie, name of this cow is Grazia. This Italian, it means thank you, danke.
They're amazing. I'm getting chatted up now by the cows. So, what makes their milk so special here?
Most important is the grass and the flowers. Normally you have here flowers, also in the summer.
And the altitude, that helps as well?
Higher is better.
Yeah, the better
Really
it is.
better, yes.
I mean, how does this affect the milk?
Wir haben da ganz verschiedene Kräuter, Blumen, Gräser und zum Beispiel hier der Frauenmantel. Das ist ein Heilkraut. Das gibt nachher ganz einen besonderen Geschmack in der Milch.
So, a little secret as to why the milk is so good here. It's the mixture of grasses. You can see he loves it.
Diverse grazing means that pasture cows rarely need antibiotics. And the raw milk is so good, it doesn't need to be pasteurised. It must be used straight away to preserve vital nutrients like omega-3, which has been shown to be extremely beneficial for a healthy heart. One of the most popular cheeses among local families is Flo's Alpine soft cheese.
So why do we have to do this bit so quickly?
Now from minute to minute it comes harder and suddenly it's too hard. Then it's no soft cheese. I have to make it quick now.
I'm slowing him down. Too much talking, not enough working.
Flo's been making cheeses and other dairy products from organic, pasture-fed cow's milk this way for the last 40 years. This is about as artisan as it gets.
Now we also can, you can try.
I'm going to come back and fix that one.
It doesn't matter, I'm a marketing man, and I say this cheese comes from you, and then it's okay.
I like your philosophy. That's a very bad one.
This is a Jamie.
That's a Jamie.
For example.
OK, so perhaps I shouldn't give up my day job, but I'm keen to sink my teeth into some of this incredible cheese.
Wow. Cheese cave.
I'm like a banker. This is my gold. In Switzerland, all cheese which is made over 600 meters, it's mountain cheese.
Right.
This is also mountain cheese. This is young cheese, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Only 2 weeks.
My kids would love that. Very simple, very clean.
This cheese, it's the same cheese like this, but it's 6 months old. Yeah.
Wow. It's amazing the difference.
The same cheese.
Same cheese. Delicious.
Flo tells me in the summer, the cows are grazed as high as 2,000 metres, which in turn is an even higher class of product.
So mountain cheese, Alp
Alp
cheese.
cheese. These are different.
Right. Does the quality of the milk improve or it's just different?
Very different. Because it's so high, the plants are smaller, and many, many, many flowers. Yeah.
That's an amazing cheese.
It's another taste.
Wow. Amazing. But I guess it stands to reason that if the animals eat things that we can't process, all those different weeds and greens, they digest it and then they put all of that nutrients into their milk, then we can enjoy it through the cheese, right?
Yeah, it's so.
So when you've had your milk analysed, what kind of nutrients are in that milk that is different than regular?
The most different is in the oils, the different oils.
Right.
It's good for that. It happened nothing. It's so good.
So this is like Rolls-Royce milk?
I think so.
Yeah.
This is the best.
Before I leave the peace and tranquility of the Alps, Flo wants to give me a taste of the Swiss national sport. Swinging. The aim of the game is to pin your opponent's shoulders to the floor, and the best of the best could win a cow.
So Flo, tell me what's happening. There's boys in canvas pants fighting.
This is a traditional sport. You see, they only take here, not
Okay.
here or here or here. Only
Okay.
Here.
These are tough boys. Gordon Bennett, look at that! But his eyes are getting right jammed in there.
To be king of the swingers, you need strength and a tip-top ticker. So no half-time oranges here, but Flo's omega-3 rich goodies to keep these strapping youngsters swinging fit.
So the key here is the grasses. Pasture-raised milk is optimal. It's higher in omega-3 fatty acids, which is very protective of the heart. And of course, the more grasses, the more flowers, the more herbs you get, the more optimal the milk's gonna be. And we see that benefit in the yogurt, the milk, the cheeses, and it's amazing.
You might not be able to find organic Alpine cheese, but your local supermarket has a much more readily available source.
So you can get your omega-3 from gorgeous grass-fed cows and their milk and their yogurts and their cheeses, but the most common source by far is oily fish. And the most common fish of the oily fish is salmon. Incredible, look at that. And one of the realities of the farming industry is they have surplus, so it's often on deals. Last time I picked one up, tenner.
I'm using this gorgeous salmon to make jumbo fish fingers. But unlike shop-bought ones, it's all fish, no filler, and just 325 calories a pop. First things first, the crumb.
So you want about 250 grams of lovely stale breadcrumbs. I'm using whole wheat or wholemeal bread, which is another opportunity to get fibre in there, lovely flavour.
Next, a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil and about 30 grams of good quality cheddar.
If you wanted to put herbs in there, you could. I'm going to keep it simple so the kids don't whinge.
Breadcrumbs done. Now pimp up some free-range eggs with a pinch of sweet smoked paprika. Next, let's tackle that beautiful side of salmon.
Let's talk about portion control. We're going to do one fish finger, which means that you're going to have less breadcrumb and more fish. The fish is going to flake. About 100 to 120 grams of fish is perfect. They won't all be the same, but perfect for adults, and then the smaller one for kids. So if you look at the fish here, hidden in the lovely flakes are little lines, and we're going to follow those lines. So it should be fairly easy.
Slice your salmon in 4 lengthways along these lines, and then crossways into chunky portions.
Just see how many portions we got there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 portions of chunky, flaky salmon. 80, 90 pence a portion. That's good for quality protein, loads of omega-3s, and something that can sit in the freezer waiting to come home and do a little kids meal, an adult meal. Good time.
Line a baking tray with greaseproof paper, ready for those mega fish fingers. Once you've dipped your salmon into egg, roll it in breadcrumbs and jobs are good.
The whole point of family classics is that, you know, they're everyday things that have got goodness in them. And we've taken something that's kind of okay and made it great. This is getting quite artisanal, right? Lovely, quality salmon. Happy days.
Stick your tray of finished fish fingers into the freezer for a couple of hours. Then bang them in a bag for easy storage.
Omega-3s are proven to have fantastic connections with good brain function, memory, your heart health. So really, really good, especially, of course, for kids.
Just 15 minutes from fresh at 200 degrees Celsius or 400 Fahrenheit. And 20 minutes if you're cooking from frozen. And you've got this jumbo fish finger for less than £1 at just 325 calories.
So there you go, my superfood fish finger. So next time you see a side of salmon on offer, make these. Get them in the freezer, and when you're caught short next time, make something delicious with it. Crispy on the outside and super juicy and flaky in the middle. Nothing like the old ones, just a whole lot better.
And there's so many nutritionally balanced ways to up your fish finger game. For something light, try it with seasonal tomatoes, boiled Jersey Royals, a splash of balsamic and a little feta. Or if you're a lover of the classic fish finger sarnie, crush in some baked sweet potato and chuck in an avocado. And of course, everyone's favourite family dinner. Creamy mash boosted with sweet garden peas and lush fresh spinach. One simple superfood fish finger, endless ways to enjoy. Get in.
This is a new way of thinking, and now more than ever, we need to know what good and bad looks like, right? And if we want to have a nice, indulgent day, fine, but when we want a good day, come to the superfood world. Brilliant.
So far, we've got the morning off to a flying start with strawberry buckwheat pancakes and the king of fish fingers for lunch. To get some ideas for my superfood dinner, I'm jetting off to the Mediterranean. Sardinia is home to more men over 100 than anywhere else on the planet. We all know that Italians love their wine, and here is no exception.
So I can't tell you that alcohol is good for you. It's not healthy. It's a toxin to the body. And I think we all know that, right? But what's interesting is even though science says that, when you look at the areas that I've travelled to around the world where people live the longest, most productive lives, they all drink.
You've probably heard that antioxidants from red wine could benefit your health, but apparently a grape grown here is loaded with them. I'm meeting Francesco, whose family-run business has been making the Cannonau grape into supercharged red wine for 35 years.
Francesco, ciao! Tutto bene? So, tell me about your red wine. Why is it so good?
Qui è importante il terreno, ed è acida ed fa stare con l'uva in equilibrio. Poi abbiamo l'altitudine sul mare.
Right.
Abbiamo quindi a 750 metri sul livello del mare qui, quindi molto caldo di giorno, ma di notte c'è freddo. È un'uva molto equilibrata, con molti flavonoidi.
So when you have higher flavonoids, does that make the fruit darker?
Sì, in pratica in altitudine, ecco, con queste escursioni termiche aumentano molto i flavonoidi.
Interesting. So, you know, we're in Sardinia and people here, they're pretty healthy. They're really healthy and they love their wine.
È che il vino comunque, se il pane è importante per vivere e stai vivo, però il vino fai festa. No?
Vino, sì.
Andiamo in cantina.
Come on. Let me check out your cantina.
The family vineyard is organic and biodynamic, so zero chemicals. And the grapes are harvested by the lunar calendar, a practice thought to enhance ecological harmony.
Sì. Questo è un vino abbastanza giovane, del 2015, quindi da ottobre 2015.
See my hands up already. I'm so excited. Smells good.
Questo è il cannonau tipico.
Scusa.
Prego.
First time I've been allowed to help myself. Can you imagine? So look at that colour. Amazing. This grape is very high in those fantastic flavonoids.
La particolarità, questo è un cannonau abbastanza giovane, sentiamo ancora il frutto e un leggero anche sentore di poco di verde, un po' legato ai tannini, ma la caratteristica maggiore che ha il cannonau è proprio che accompagna bene le pietanze e una bevibilità molto alta.
And the tannins, you know, these are the things that leave the side of your tongue just a little dry, making your mouth water, and that's the first stage of digestion. The way the Sardinians think of red wine is more like pork and apple sauce in Britain. You know, it's not like wine, separate, booze. It's not, you know, you bring it back with the food. Complimenti, delizioso.
Bene, grazie.
I need a little bit of arrosto misto.
Hai fame?
Sì,
Hai fame?
sì.
Allora andiamo a casa a mangiare, dai.
Grazie.
Prendiamo 2 bottiglie e andiamo a casa.
I gave him a little subtle hint.
Okay.
Now I've got a dinner date. Always works.
It's a good day to gatecrash. There's something extra special going on out back, in preparation for a good old-fashioned Italian-style knees-up.
This is Francesco's brother-in-law. He's been cooking this beautiful pig. Look at this. Oh, look at the crackling. So this is a local pig split over the fire, cooked over wood, and they've been basting it with yet more flavonoids. This is myrtle, and there was water, oil, and chili in there, a little salt, and they were kind of basting that as they were cooking it. So the myrtle here and the berries here are yet another source of flavonoids. Time to take it in? Yeah? Here we go. Oh, ciao, guys. Look at this.
Myrtle's a shrub that grows all over the island. It has sweet aromatic leaves and peppery berries. And the Sardinians use it in everything, from roasted meats and liqueurs to pasta.
Doesn't get much more Italian than this. Nonna's made all the pasta. This is the first time I've seen a pesto made with myrtle. And I've got loads of it at home, so I'm definitely going to try it. See, the myrtle is fantastico.
Bene Jimmy, buon appetito.
Grazie mille. Buon appetito a tutti.
Grazie.
Grazie mille.
Versiamo il vino, dai. Salvatore che versa il vino, dai.
Oh, wow. Lovely. Really, really good. Grazie.
Just brilliant. Red wine's flowing. Nonna's myrtle pesto orecchietti has gone down a treat. But I've got my eyes on the prize, that unbelievable suckling pig.
Che ho dimenticato. Vieni qui. Questa è Nenna, Jimmy.
Oh, hello, Nella. Hello. You feeling left out?
Anche lei, hai visto, ha protestato, voleva essere presentata. Facciamo un brindisi?
Salute!
Cin cin! Cin cin!
What more do you want? Loads of family, friends, wine, good food. Absolutely brilliant. Classic Italian style. Love it.
Flavonoids are potent plant compounds found in brightly coloured fruit and veg and dried herbs. And this next recipe is a double whammy.
Flavonoids, funny old word. There's lots of studies going on about them at the moment, and they're starting to show that diets high in these things could be showing lower cases of cancer and heart disease.
You might not consider risotto as a superfood, but my sausage, squash and chicory risotto rewrites the rulebook. Plus, at only 600 calories, with 2 of your 5 a day, this is a surefire family favourite.
So let's start off with the first ingredient. We're going to use some sausages. I've got 4 chipolatas.
Health experts recommend that we don't eat more than 70 grams of processed meats per day, but we're using less than that. Fry your chipolatas in a little extra virgin olive oil, Chuck in a teaspoon of fennel seeds, which are traditionally used to help digestion, and a nice sprinkle of dried chili flakes.
Then I'm going to go for about half of one of these. And I'm just going to dice it up, roughly around that sort of size. And as you're cutting them, throw them in to the sausage.
Squash is a source of vitamin C, and keeping the skin on ramps up the fibre. Next, it's in with 2 diced white onions.
Then let's use some dried oregano, more flavonoids going in. Any excuse for flavour and the good stuff.
Gently fry together for 15 to 20 minutes with a lid on, until they start to just colour nicely.
And look at that, caramelisation, intensity of flavour. This is going to be amazing.
Time for the wine. I'm using a glass of Chianti.
In we go. So we'll stir that in, and red wine risotto is not that common, but it's amazing, so I need you to know about it. Now, of course, we're still able to benefit from the flavonoids in the grape juice because they're fairly heat resistant.
And if you're cooking for kids, just leave the wine out. In with the arborio risotto rice. 300 grams will easily feed 4. Next, add your stock, 1 ladle at a time. The better the quality, the better it's going to taste.
We'll probably add about 1.5 litres of stock. Chicken stock, veg stock, whatever stock you've got, it will still be delicious. So I'm turning the heat down now so it's a nice, steady simmer, okay? If it boils too hard, you evaporate too much stock, and you kind of rush the outer side of the risotto rice, and the inner part is a little bit nutty, a little bit too firm. Let's have a little taste. Oh, we're getting there. Immense, immense flavour.
The risotto's been bubbling along for about 15 minutes, so time for the final ingredients.
Now, I'm using chicory here for a couple of reasons. This recipe, I'd normally use radicchio, but it seems to be getting harder and harder to get hold of it in the supermarkets. But the red chicory, no, you can get it in the supermarkets. Look it out. And also, this is an amazing prebiotic. What does that mean? It makes your gut really happy, really happy. So we're going to use that with gusto. 2 or 3. Chicory, like radicchio, is classically a tiny bit bitter. But the bitterness here, with the sweetness of the squash, is going to be amazing.
Next, something that will promote risotto to the superfood division without losing the indulgence: cottage cheese.
I never used to like cottage cheese, but to be honest, I didn't really understand it. It's a naturally low-fat cheese, but you've got the curds here that have the most beautiful mozzarella-like texture. But around it is this kind of milky texture, and that is going to give this risotto amazing silkiness, and this is going to eat really, really well.
First, in with the chicory, then the cottage cheese.
Delicious. Please, please try this dish, okay? Because it's nuts good. This is an off-the-chart risotto.
A couple more minutes and it's good to go.
That's what we want. We want that sensation, right? Where it's just kind of lipping like that. All right, so maybe don't do that.
Yeah, maybe use a spoon. Whack a lid on and leave your risotto to relax for a minute before doling it out into warm bowls.
This, my friends, is a gorgeous, oozy risotto. You don't want it thick or after. Something that's really silky and beautiful. I'm just going to finish that with a nice, long grating of Parmesan and a little pinch of fresh thyme. And that is a thing of beauty.
Creamy risotto with sausage, squash and chicory. A surefire crowd pleaser at just 600 calories with 2 of your 5 fruit and veg a day.
Delicious, deep flavour. And you know, for me, the spirit of superfood as a concept is about, you know, balance, getting the veg in there, lowering the meat, upping the quality. And the missus, she loves this a lot. But please, please give it a go. Amazing.
The next stop on my journey to discover what the world's healthiest people are eating takes me to East Asia. South Korea has one of the highest life expectancies in the world, combined with some of the lowest rates of obesity, and the volcanic island of Jeju is a healthy living hotspot. Mount Halasan is the highest mountain in the country, and it's actually the volcano on which the island is based. And halfway up is the magical Gotjual forest, home to the most stunning mushroom farm.
Mr. Lim, how you doing?
반갑습니다. 어서 오십시오.
Wow, look at this. Woo! These are so beautiful. Oh my God. So what makes the perfect shiitake?
제일 좋은 거는 이렇게 금이 갈라진 거예요. 거북이 등껍질 같이 갈라진 걸 최고로 치는 거예요.
Actually, they do. It looks like a patchwork quilt of turtles' backs. And they are spectacular. So, Mr. Lim, you farm them here. Can you talk me through the whole process of how you grow them?
네, 같이 갑시다. 네.
Let's do it.
This forest forms part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but you could be forgiven for thinking this is something from a fairy story.
Wow, I mean, that's a lot of logs.
이 안에 저 버섯 균이 들어가 있어요. 균. 여기서 이 균이 들어가서 이 버섯이.
So what's special about this forest for mushroom growing?
한라산은 그 밤에 비가 오지 않아도 이슬이 너무 많이 내려서 비온 효과가 나타나요. 버섯은 물을 좋아해, 습도를 좋아하는데 날씨가 추우면 천천히 자라고 날씨가 따뜻하면 빨리 자라. 제주도는 꼭 3번에서 4번 정도 태풍이 오는데 외래 이 버섯한테는 더 좋은 거. 태풍이 불면 나무를 흔들어줘. 그러면 잠자던 종균을 깨워줘. 그래서 종균 활동을 원활하게 해서.
Fascinating. It's really impressive. I mean, they're things of beauty.
이게 이제 저 친환경 농사 짓는 거기 때문에 이거 지금 따서 먹어도 돼요.
Yeah?
한번 따서 먹어봐 이거.
Now? Okay, beautiful. Thank you very much. Try my first one straight off a log. He likes them too. I mean, they're delicious. I love them raw. So good. Very perfumed and quite meaty, you know, really delicious. And that skin on the top is got a real bite to it.
고지가 높고 일교차가 심하니까 밀도가 촘촘하고 향이 강한 거예요.
For me, this feels really magical. It feels like when I was a little child and you get told a story about mushrooms and fairies and all that sort of stuff.
버섯의 마법은 없고 자식 같은 버섯입니다. 자식 같은 버섯.
That's brilliant. He says these mushrooms are all like his children, but I mean, there's something quite magical about seeing this. It's quite something.
Koreans eat twice as many vegetables as we do in the UK and are the second biggest consumers of shiitakes. Mr. Lim's mushrooms are incredible raw, but I want to see what else you can do with them.
This is cool. Okay, so you've dried all these mushrooms here.
네, 이게 저 말리는 기계예요 이게.
Oh wow, look, look at those. So how long do these take to dry?
오케이. 24시간 정도 말리면 돼요.
24 hours, that's not bad, is it? So when they're dried, the flavour becomes even more intense. But also they become much more intense, not just in flavour, but in nutrition as well. So that's pretty cool. So would you soak these in water before you cook with them?
요리하기 전에는 미지근한 물에 담가놔서 요리를 하는데 저희는 이거 그냥 친환경으로 농사를 짓기 때문에 물에 담갔던 물을 버리지 말고 밥물할 때 사용해요.
Actually, dried mushrooms, if you've never used them in your cooking, they're brilliant. You know, obviously when they're dried like this, they last. They can sit there in a jar waiting to be used. They turn an average stew into a special stew. They turn an average sauce into a really special sauce. And of course, whether you're kind of going Asian style, Mediterranean style, you know, they're amazing in flavour, but really nutritious as well.
Mr. Lim's been farming and drying shiitakes here for the last 13 years, after trading in the rat race in favour of the quiet life. And I'm starting to understand why.
Mushroom party kicking off right now in the middle of a wood. This is a rare pleasure for me, because normally it's me cooking, but the pressure's on you today, bro. Show me how you do it. That looks like sesame oil. They love sesame seeds here, really rich flavour. I mean, this use of chopsticks is beautiful. Very good at using them. As am I, of course. Don't laugh.
버섯은 이 가시 밑으로 가게 먼저 넣고 버섯 고유의 맛을 살리기 위해서 아무 양념도 하지 말고 소금만
Just a little bit of salt.
조금씩.
So interestingly, the Korean diet has got quite a lot of salt, but they don't seem to suffer from high blood pressure like many other parts of the world. And that's partly because so many of the fruit and veg and mushrooms have a lot of potassium.
Potassium helps to control blood pressure because it blunts the effects of sodium and helps the body to get rid of it. It also helps to relax blood vessels.
I mean, what do you think is so good about mushrooms for the Korean diet?
이 표고버섯은 그 비즈니스맨, 그 실내에 근무하는 사무직원들이 식품으로 섭취할 수 있는 비타민 D가 제일 많다는 게 표고버섯이에요. 그래서
Vitamin D is essential for us to absorb calcium, which we need for healthy bones. We usually get it from sunlight, but studies have shown that some mushrooms, especially dried ones, and those exposed to sun, are a source of vitamin D too.
I mean, you've got to love it. I mean, I think it is a beautiful way to cook. Can I?
네, 드셔보세요. 네.
Okay, cool. Oh, what's lovely is cooking it really simply like that. The flavour gets intense, doesn't it? So these are delicious. Tell me of other ways that you like to prepare mushrooms.
나중에 기회가 되면 한번 돼지고기하고 한번 두루치기를 한번 드셔보세요. 우리 집 같은 경우는 표고버섯을 가루로 만들어서 모든 음식에 표고버섯 가루가 들어가요.
Smells amazing, tastes amazing. Really good.
근데 젓가락질을 잘하시네.
Thank you. I try. I like it. One more for me. I can't. Thank you.
Inspired by Mr. Lim's funky fungi, I've come up with a killer way to make sure that mushrooms are a firm favourite for your family too.
I absolutely love mushrooms. They're really great to cook with. You can use them in so many different ways.
My epic Balinese chicken curry with mushrooms packs a whopping 3 of your 5 fruit and veg a day, and for just 551 calories. It's so good, it'll knock your family's socks off.
So first up, we're going to make a paste. Really simple. So I've got 4 cloves of garlic into a semi-warm pan. I'm going to go in with some spring onions, and we're going to scald and char these. 40 grams of cashew nuts and 4 centimetres of ginger. And this sort of process of heating it here, it's just about really making it easier to break down and pound and get all those gorgeous flavours out. So I'm going to get 1 chilli, just going to remove the seeds.
What's great about this recipe is, unlike most curries which use a lot of ghee, which is high in saturated fat, dry frying gives you a unique, delicious flavour and brings out the natural oils. Once your aromats are lovely and soft, pop them in a blender. Then chuck in 2 teaspoons of fish sauce, 4 kaffir lime leaves, fresh, dried or frozen, whatever you've got.
And then turmeric. In some of the supermarkets now, you can get it fresh. So I hadn't seen it until recently, but this is a funky little herb right here. Get it, it's so cool. Just give it a little scrape. Now, this is quite famous for being an anti-inflammatory.
If you can't get hold of the fresh stuff, 1 teaspoon of dried turmeric will do the biz.
Look at my fingers, it's just completely stained it.
Pop it in whole, add a swig of water, a pinch of black pepper, and blitz until smooth. Next, our hero ingredients. 300 grams of shiitake and oyster mushrooms go into a dry, hot pan.
What's really interesting is if you dry fry the mushrooms, you get extraordinary nutty flavours coming out of mushrooms. I love this. It's really, really exciting. You slightly dehydrate it, and then when you turn it into a wet curry later, it just holds itself together and doesn't go slimy. So this is a brilliant tip, a really brilliant tip.
Once your mushrooms are looking gorgeous and golden, take them off the heat and get cracking with the chicken. 3 high welfare chicken breasts will do 6 people.
Okay, so we'll slice up that chicken, centimetre slices, a nice little mouthful piece like that. So in this pan here, we are gonna go in with about a tablespoon of oil. We're gonna go in with the chicken here, like that. As soon as it starts moving, we can go in with that lovely paste. All of that goes in. Look at that colour, incredible. Really, really nice.
My tip when it comes to meat in your superfood meals is to use less of the highest quality meat you can find and bulk it up with other gorgeous veg and fruit, like this beautiful mango.
Always nice to get fruit into your cooking as well. And then with this little stone here, just squeeze it in your hand and the excess flesh will come out and the juice will come out and you won't want to miss a bit. So next, guys, we've got 250 grams of nice French beans. Straight in with the chicken and the mango. Move that around. Look at the colours, guys. Really exciting.
Next, in with a tin of coconut milk and half a tin of water. Then leave it to simmer for 10 to 12 minutes while you crack on with the rice. 450 grams of basmati rice go into boiling water.
Now this rice only takes about 12 minutes to cook. So once it's had about 7 minutes, I'm gonna go in with some purple kale. This is beautiful stuff. You could use any different coloured cabbage you want. But when you cook this stuff, all those natural colours come out. And often, you end up putting it down the drain and you just kind of think, oh, that's pretty going down there. So I'm gonna cook the rice in it. It's gonna suck up that goodness.
Boost the superfood factor by throwing a tin of fibre-rich black beans in with the rice, followed by that nutrient-dense purple kale. Over on the curry side, chuck in those incredible toasted mushrooms and up the veggie content with fresh seasonal asparagus packed with vitamin K and folate.
So we're gonna simmer this curry and boil that rice for 5 more minutes and then we'll plate up. You're gonna love it. Okay, so let's serve up that rice. Really nice way to cook the rice. That kale is gonna give it a lovely little shade of colour, which is just beautiful. It's a really fragrant curry.
Now it's on with that incredible veggie-filled Balinese chicken curry. Top it off with some finely diced red chilli and lemongrass and a good old squeeze of fresh lime.
It's perfume, it's got that spice, it's really fulfilling. All those wonderful ingredients. What a lovely, lovely dinner.
A fruity, fragrant, mushroom-packed chicken curry with a mammoth free of your 5 fruit and veg a day and for only 551 calories. Your family will seriously love you for this.
Oh yeah, that is so good. You got the spice there. It's super perfumed, an absolute joy to eat. This could give Thai green curry a real run for its money. Something a bit different and a brilliant superfood curry.
So there you have it, wickedly tasty strawberry buckwheat pancakes for breakfast, king-size salmon fish fingers for lunch, and for dinner, sumptuous sausage and squash risotto. Plus, a guaranteed crowd pleaser for any day of the week, Balinese chicken curry. Fill your loved ones with perfectly balanced meals that taste delicious. That's superfood.